Let me just check if this is working. Hello, hello. Yep. It is day number 64 of vlogging for 20 minutes a day for 365 days. No edits, no filters, whatever happens, happens. Yes, this is a completely raw video. You're gonna see what happens in my life daily for 365 days. That's wild. And so today we went to our first physical therapy appointment. And that first physical therapy appointment felt like it couldn't have came sooner because it's 12 days after my ACL surgery. And, you know, you get this feeling like, am I doing things right? You know, you're supposed to get in about day 5, but sometimes that just doesn't happen because of scheduling. And for me specifically, the closest thing I could find was 12 days after the surgery. And my surgeon did say he would want me in like 5 days after, but I couldn't find that, you know? So it is what it is. And so basically, the spot that I'm at right now, what she told me was actually all amazing news. She's like, whoa. After 12, I told her everything I was doing, and she's like, okay, good, good. I've been to her before. She's a great physical therapist, so that's why I wanted to go back to her again as well. But she was very impressed by the amount of mobility I had in the sense of moving the knee. And so that's a really good sign. She was like, honestly, they're looking for you to be at 90 degrees. Sorry, the camera might slide around a little bit because of where I have it. But she said where they want you to be is at 90 degrees, and you are about 115 degrees. So that's excellent. And then she said you also have full flexion, like my leg is straight. So basically all I need to work on is just getting that quad firing. And even my quad fired really, really well, according to her. It's just about like getting it completely woken up again. Because when you have an injury like this, your knee being injured the way it is, your muscles want to go into atrophy and basically like turn off. And so she said the problem that you will have is you might not have any problem whatsoever unless you overdo it. So don't do too much. You have any type of feeling of something feeling weird or off, just stop. And so she gave me a couple of workouts I could do, which I'll be doing at home. And she said, most of the time I see ACL surgery patients twice a week, but you know what you're doing, or you seem to know what you're doing. So I only am going to tell you to come once a week. So that's great. One problem is OHIP and them don't work together. So I'm not going to get any type of, you know, free physical therapy if I continue to go there. I am going to like search around the area that I live in to see if I could find something that goes with the prescription that I got for physical therapy. Because if I can find one that goes with OHIP, since I live in Canada, in Ontario, then I might be able to get a few free, you know, days of physical therapy. And that is so important because they're $82 a pop. And I'm not saying that they're not like expensive, but they're also not cheap, right? And so $82 a week for however many weeks for a whole entire year, 52 weeks times, you know, 52 times 82, what's that? You know, because basically I'm going to need to go to physical therapy for the next year at least once a week to get the proper engagement, the proper, you know, steps, so that way I could continue to improve so I could play sports later on down the road. Because that's my goal, is 9 to 12 months from now, I'm able to be back in sports. I'm able to be back playing basketball. I'm able to play football. I'm able to snowboard. I'm able to do all these different things. And that's the goal. But to find out that I'm ahead of what most people are at this stage is a really good sign. I just gotta keep myself from overdoing it. But sometimes, like, at the same time, a little bit of like extra goes a long way. And that's kind of the reason why I'm probably in the position I'm in right now, is because I am doing a little bit more than what most people would be doing at this point. So it's like I need to know my limits and stay within them, and I've been doing a good job at it. I've been really working hard at staying within those limits. And that doesn't mean I'm not having hard days or easy days, but like I want to string together as many, like I feel good the next day as I can. Because if I can feel good every single day after these workouts, after these things, then I'll be in a good position, you know? And get the maximum amount of healing while getting the maximum amount of strength training and, you know, joint training and ligament training. So yeah, that's where I'm at. And it feels really good to be in the position where I'm at and getting told that I'm in a good spot. Let's try to get you guys there. Yeah, I got a good spot now. I had to wait till I get to a red light. Now you shouldn't move around so much. You shouldn't shift. Oh, speaking of, one thing that we've been trying to do with this channel also is we're trying to get money for charity, okay? So we finally set up the GoFundMe for the Southwest Humane Society. I think that's what it's called. I gotta look back again. My brain is everywhere right now. But we are going to be raising money for the Humane Society where we picked up Paco. If you don't know who Paco is, he's our puppy. He's a Chihuahua. I shouldn't call him a puppy anymore. He's a grown dog now at this point. He's at least 7 years old. And he's the most amazing dog. And I wrote a whole thing about exactly what happened, how he saved our lives. And you could read it in the GoFundMe. So I will leave a link in the description as well as put it as the top comment. If you guys want to donate, we're trying to get to $1,000 this month or in the next 30 days to be able to donate to them as a thank you so much for bringing Paco into our lives and for rescuing Paco so that way we could adopt him and have such a really good dog in our lives. And if it wasn't for them, we would have never met Paco. So the best thing we could do is give back to them. And I know a lot of you out there are very adamant about helping animals and like, you know, under the assumption that humans can help themselves, but animals can't. So let's help as many animals as we possibly can. Even if that means that the $100 goes towards somebody being able to pick up their own dog, because it's about $100. I think it's $100 to adopt a dog from there. And I want to say like 60 to 80 bucks to adopt a cat. So, and that covers their expenses for like vaccinations and, you know, neutering and spading and all that stuff. So if it's something that you're interested in and you can donate at least $1, that would be incredible. Because if everybody donates one single dollar, one day, just one day out of the vlog, we'll get to our goal of 1,000 bucks. So if you have a kind heart out there and you feel like you could donate a few bucks, I know times could be a little hard right now, but $1 goes a long way. So thank you in advance. I've already donated $100 of my own personal money because part of it is me donating and giving back as well. Granted, now I think about it and I'm like, man, I might need that $100 for these $82 appointments that I might be spending every single week for the next 52 weeks. That's okay. The way I look at it is when you give, you receive. And so I know that I've been given, whether it's time, whether it's, you know, energy, whether it's advice, I don't know, whatever it might be, money. I give all the time and I will continue to do so no matter what the outcome is, because it makes me feel good personally. And so giving that $100 to them means the world to me. Right now I'm driving in my mother-in-law's car actually, and I'm driving to the reserve, to go get fuel because it's much cheaper to get fuel over there. And I'm pretty close to it at the moment, so it makes sense when I go to this appointment to go get the fuel. I'm going to even fuel up some tanks for my father-in-law because he has like a little sports car and it takes premium fuel. So that's you know, extra expensive today. Where we're in town, the fuel per liter is $1.87 a liter, where at the reserve it's about $1.50 or so a liter, give or take. So it's like 30 cents cheaper if it's $1.57 a liter. So I will take the 30 cents per liter because it adds up really fast. So right now I'm on my way out there. I think that we should give Alex a call and let her know the good news. What do you think? See if she answers. She is picking up Everly at this exact moment, so we'll also have Everly on the phone. We're going to give her like 3 minutes. Also got to make sure I'm not speeding. 50 and a 50. Perfect. This guy's wearing like a tux while riding a bike. That's hilarious. It was like one of those tuxedo shirts. The last couple of days we've had some beautiful weather. It's been like 28 degrees or so and just gorgeous out. And today it's dropped down the temperature, but it feels colder because it's windy. So it's probably like 16 today, but it's very windy. I wonder what it says on the, it's 20 it says outside. But to go from 28, that felt like 30s, to 20 and feels like 16 is a big switch. But summer's definitely officially here in Canada. One thing I've noticed too since getting the ACL surgery is, man, I've been hungry. Like all I want to do is eat. I did cut sugar out, and I'm wondering if that's kind of part of it, of why I'm feeling so hungry all the time. It's because I'm not having like that dosage of sugar. I also cut out, which means I cut out soda. So I haven't been having like carbonated drinks and sugar. So typically that could fill you up a little bit too, but I've had none of that. So yeah, I'm feeling like just always hungry. And that might be just like the process of my body trying to repair itself. I need more and more food, like the protein, to keep up with the repair. But I've been eating good. I've been eating good. Alex has been feeding me well. Alex's parents have been feeding me well. The like bummer about the whole thing is like it's really hard for me to get up and like go make myself something. So I almost have to call on somebody to do it. Because it's like I can only get to like one spot because I have 2 crutches that I'm using. So I'm looking forward in 6 days from now, I'll be going to the surgeon, and the surgeon will be telling me if I could like be off the crutches fully. So that's one thing I'm looking forward to, is him telling me I could be off those crutches fully and be walking. And Megan believes that I will be. So that's a really good sign when your physical therapist is like, you're real close. 12 days in. God bless being healthy and active. This is really why it's so important to stay so active. I try to like make a commitment to being active as much as I possibly can all the time. Just so when something like this happens, even though it happens due to activity, your road to recovery tends to be much quicker when you're in shape compared to when you're not in shape. All right, let's try to call Alex.
Daddy?
Hey, honey. Hi, Everly.
Hi.
Hi. How was school? You sound tired. What was that?
She took a big poop while she was sleeping today.
Oh, that's nice. You didn't think to go to the bathroom?
She was sleeping.
Oh, that's true. Did you have a poo-poo dream and when it happened?
You were dreaming that you had to poopy? I didn't tell you this morning I had a dream. Where in my dream I was like,
I just want to let you know you are on camera.
Oh, okay.
You
I was
thought?
like, that was
Did you think you evacuated in real life?
no. This was Everly. I didn't poop in the night. Everly pooped in the night.
Oh, I thought you said you had a dream.
No,
Oh, okay.
I had a different dream.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, what did you want to tell me?
Well, good news is I am tracking very well on the sense of like my mobility and my my flexion and my extension is really good. She said, you're only supposed to be at about 90 degrees right now, and you're at about 120, 115, 120 degrees.
Cool.
So that's great. She was like very like, wow, you have really good quad movement already. So she was very like everything I was doing. She was like, you're in a really good position. She said,
Okay.
the worst thing you could do right now, or in general, is overdo it. That's the only thing I worry for you. And so she said, don't overdo it. Do these workouts. And
What did she say about the crutches and stuff?
she actually asked me, like, am I supposed to be off them already or not? And I said, well, I'm not sure because Dr. Pickle told me that at 2 weeks when I see him, he'll tell me if I'm able to take off this brace. And she said, and he said, don't bear weight. He said bear weight, but with the crutches. So my guess is that at 2 weeks, I'll have, that option to come off of them potentially, like depending on what he sees or what he tells me.
Right.
And then I told her, like, when I got done with the surgery and everything, no physical therapist came to see me. And she was like, oh, that's good. Meaning like they were supposed to, So she's like, what you did research on and what you're doing now is exactly what you need to keep doing.
Okay.
So she's like, just don't overdo it. You feel anything, don't overdo it. Don't over push. Don't over, She's like, you have all the flexion and all the extension you need. So I was like, all right, cool. So I'm not going to push on the leg at all. I'm not going to, I don't need the extra push. You know what I mean?
Right.
But she said that I'm doing all the right things.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's good, and I'm glad that you're in a good place.
Yeah. Me too.
I hope you can get off these crutches soon.
Me too. But the thing is also still, she's like, you're doing great, but it is a very long road to recovery.
Right.
It is a full year of recovery, And that, like I was saying, that 6 to 8 month window is when your graft is the weakest it's going to be. So, that's the 6 to 8 week period is where I really got to be careful.
Doesn't make any sense. I think that's just when you're more likely to injure it because
Correct.
I don't think it's weak. I think it's that you start doing more because you think that you're able and then you're not.
It's way protected the first 2 weeks, the first 4 weeks even, 5 weeks even.
Because you're being really ginger on it.
Well, not just that, but
as you start moving around, you can't just not do anything for 8 weeks.
No, it's not that. It has something to do with the fibers of the new ligament are now broken down, they break down a little bit before they repair again, something like that.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, so it's weird. It's interesting though.
You want to talk about our day? Frank, can you tell Everly about your day?
Yeah, Everly, I woke up today. I got to see you, and that was incredible. And then I got up and I had some breakfast. And after that, Mommy and we filmed a video integration for an ad. That was really fun to do with Mommy. The fact that I was able to help with that made me feel really good. And then after that, I went to physical therapy. And my physical therapy went really good. Yeah. What I did was I bent my knee and I straightened my knee and I flexed my quad. And I used the TEMS machine, which I'll use at home too as well. Yeah. So everything went really good. How about you, Everly? It's been 20 minutes. See you tomorrow.
Sleep and she